Hey, this is Wednesday, December 9th with my advanced class as we get into Outsiders and Analogies as we get to them both. We do have Outsiders quiz tomorrow for fourth period and Friday for third period. You'll need to make sure that you get to page 130 in your book. And so that'll be end of chapter 8. Again, you can use audiobooks and stuff like that to help you. Essentially, when we get to class, if you are not done reading, then you'll just spend class time reading, and that is absolutely fine with me. Those of you who have gotten to the checkpoint, you get a chance to take quiz, and then once you finish quiz and we talk, then you'll be done. So for those of you who are responsible and have it done, you should have hopefully about half the class period to then use as you wish and stuff like that. Those of you who have not gotten there, that's fine. It just means you have to stay on Zoom with me, and I get to do random video checks and stuff like that as you guys take the quiz. So hopefully that'll help you out somewhat, and we'll see how you guys go from there. All right, and let's see, clicky. Outsiders book, we got that. We're good to go there. Again, you can find Outsiders page for those of you who need the ebook or the audiobook files. If you fall behind, you're more than welcome to go clicky, listening, and you're good to go to get all the way to through the end of chapter 8. You do have a new IXL I am assigning. It does connect to the quiz that is going to be tomorrow/Friday. This one is about analogies. For those of you who might have no idea how analogies work, you're in luck. We are going to do a chat challenge about analogies in just a moment to see how many of you guys can figure out how analogies work to try and help you out. If you nail analogies, then you're good to go and you're welcome to do it. If not, then it might be part of the quiz for you. All right, so there. Here's how you get to the U.1 IXL about analogies. It should be the link on there or the assignments tab, or you just figure it out. You guys have done it from now. All right. Again, my last week's chat challenge champions. As of now in this class, Griffin is currently in the lead at 3 wins, and Medley and Mina right behind him at 2 wins. And then in the 1-win category would be Evan and Jay, Eli, Layla, Maynard, and who's that? Joey and Erica and Ava. You guys are also on the board so far, but I believe we have 6 or more coming up today alone, and then maybe a few more tomorrow to see if we can get you guys there. All right, ready? We're going to start our chat challenge right off the bat as we jump into it, and we're going to show you guys how analogies work. I have faith in you guys figuring out analogies, so hang on. So here's an example of how our first analogy shall be. Hang on. That and set it up, and then before you okay, so for our first one, it says melling is the science as Mr. B is to. This is an analogy, meaning the type of thing we have to figure out how the first 2 underlying things are connected, and then you have to figure out how the next thing is going to connect to something similar. You're going to fill in the blank, and that is going to be our chat challenge. What should go in the blank? How does melling connect to science? And then figure out what Mr. Broviak connects to. You're going to type that in there and go typey, and then we're going to see how our chat challenge begins. Pencil. All right. Pen. There. All right. Hopefully you have your answer in. Ready? Chat challenge is activated. Hopefully you went for English and not like torturing kids or making kids cry, although that could certainly be an answer. But the correct answer was English. It should be English. There it is. Disappointing. Griffin is now at 4 wins. He came in first on that one. Joey, although you did put scaring on there, you put English first. So Joey with his 2nd win. And oh, Layla's back. Hang on, let Layla back in. Come here, Layla. Come join us, Layla. Don't run away, Layla. And then Maynard was 3rd. Uh-oh. And yeah, was that Joey? That was Joey. All right, I missed that up. So Joey got the actual official B point. All right, so that was there. And Joey. And then 4th place was Chandler, and who was 5th place. Even though they don't get points, but so we can click. All right, there we go. After Chandler was Brady. You were right there. Wow, that was interesting. That, and then A bunch of you came in after that. Yes, Mina, I saw you had the definition. I forgive you. All right, let's do another one. So you have an idea of how this works. That was your easy one. Let me give you one more easy one, and then we get to go tough mode. So there's your English. Here's your next easy one. Black is the color as deer is to, figure out what the next one's going to be. So there. So again, black is to color as deer is to. Let's see if you guys can make our connection. All right, ready? Chat, challenge is in. Let's see what we have. And you put a little emoji next to yours. That's adorable. All right. Whew, thank goodness. All right. We did not have him win already. Zimmy is in officially with his win. So Zimmerman, hang on. Zimmerman with a win and a B point to officially get on there. Joey took second place. Joey is now up to 3 wins. And third place was Mina with the correct answer, who is also up to 3 wins. Fourth place was Tyler. Chandler, you're right there again. You're in the top 5 at 5th. And then Andrew, you came in 6th. And then I did see the deer. All right. All right. And now we get to step it up. Now I'm going to go to the more challenging ones to make you have to think a bit. Yeah, I think every kid is first on their own screen. What's important is my screen. Yes, sassy. All right, ready? Annabelle is to angels as Bob is to, I'm not going to explain this one yet. Let's see if you guys can figure out the connection. This is more what I'm going to be putting on your quiz for you guys on Friday and Thursday, is seeing if you guys can figure out these connections. So how is it that Annabelle connects to the angels? And then what does Bob connect to? I'm hoping this makes it a slightly more challenging one than that, deer and Mr. B one. All right, ready? Me too. Let's see what we got. Ready? Chat. Challenge is in. What do we have? Let's see. By the way, the correct answer should be Annabelle was killed by angels. Bob was killed by, is correct. Your answer should have been Johnny. Hopefully you put Johnny. All right, let's see what my answers are. You put dead person? Devils? No. Dead person? No. Demons? No. Demon? No. J is my first one, even though you put a question mark. No question mark. Exclamation mark. You have to come in with strength. You tempt me just to taunt you on that one. All right, so J was my first place. Who's after J? No! Yes, I see you smiling already. Congratulations. Andrew was second. And then, nope, devils. Age, builder. Oh, Bob the builder. Creative, I'll give you that one. Not correct, but at least made me smile. And Donnelly comes in on that one. Donnelly with the first official win for her. Nicely done. Was that all 3 people? It was all 3 people, all right? Making sure I'm not lying to people. It was. That's my 3. So who else after that got in the top 5? Then Donnelly. Eli was top 5 and Flippo was top 5. Nicely done. That was a much tougher one. All right. By the way, I did have my daughter teach me what POG is. So now I'm properly versed in POG. I apologize. I always called it POTG. I did not realize it was the Twitch thing with the POG. I was used to the 90s POGs, which were this really weird game. I'm like, why would you guys care about that? And now I realize you guys are just talking about play the game, like from Overwatch and stuff like that. At least that's how I use it. But I guess it probably also connects to that other game, the Call of Duty one. All right. All right. And it was so embarrassing, my previous pogging. Ready? Here's your next one for those of you who know your dorkydoms. Ron Weasley is to Harry Potter as Johnny is to blank. So I thought this might be a bit more of a stretch. Those of you who don't know your Harry Potter, that's going to make it a little bit tougher for you. I like to try and make you think. Let's see if I'm thinking. Those of you who don't like Harry Potter, by the way, shame on you. Anyway, ready? And chat challenge. Let's see. By the way, Ron Weasley is Harry Potter's best friend. Johnny is Ponyboy's best friend. So hopefully you went with Ponyboy for your answer. Did you put Voldemort? What is wrong with you children? All right, and there we go. Eli was first in. Does that Eli? Eli gets a point. Eli, nicely done. You have 2 wins so far. Second place was Andrew, who's now trying to compete for top chat challenge champion. Because nicely, you are now at 6 wins, Andrew. And then Tyler fills out. Tyler is at 3 wins. Owen, you were in 4th place. And Chandler, even though you put question mark IDK, did you not learn from me yelling at J? Exclamation marks and confidence. Don't make me go J. Oh my goodness. But yes, you are correct. Chandler, you are 5th place on that one. Go you. And you pressed shift instead of enter. Sadness. Then it's because he's evil. Nice. To win overall, I don't know, because you're in a constant competition with other kids. And so it's going to probably be close, like, I don't know, 8, 9, something like that. You need 5 to make the board, but to be able to shout out to other kids, then that's, I don't know. When we end it, it depends on who has the most. And then I'll contact you and let you find out. All right, let's go to our next challenging question. Iron Man is to the Avengers as Ponyboy is to. So for those of you who hated Harry Potter, I went a different direction this time. So let's see how you guys do that one. Then, are you cheating by reading the back of your book? You can't cheat off the back of your book. It should be in your head. Yeah, I'm taunting you. All right, let's see. So again, Iron Man is to Avengers as Ponyboy is to blank. Ready, chat, challenge. Let's see, were you guys able to? I do like how you just
It wouldn't let me click.
No, curse you, computer. By the way, the correct answer is the Iron Man is part of the group of the Avengers. Ponyboy is part of the group of the Greasers. Hopefully you went Greasers on the correct answer there. And Tyler took first place. Tyler at 4 wins, Tyler. Mina, wrong group. Andrew, wrong answer. And hang on, you put gang. Don't you give me that look like you're sad at me. Jagger, Greasers is correct. And Jagger's at 3 wins. And Joey put Greasers. And that rounds out. Joey's at 4 wins. So that should be my top 3. 1, 2, 3. Harvey with her first official win for a B point. Nice, well done. Even though you were 4th, Harvey, you got a B point and you're officially on the board because you got a win. And who after Harvey would be, even though she had to cheat off the back of her book, Donnelly with the win. Nicely done to you also. So Greasers, we have one last one. Curtis Gang, I thought about doing. Gang does not count, but a good try. Chat lag is horrible, I know. No, Evan. I'm going to go again. No. Here's your last one. I tried to make this one a little bit tougher for you. Ready? The speaker's wife is to an axe as Randy's friend is to what? So you have to figure out what is that first thing a reference to. The speaker's wife is to an axe as Randy's friend is to what? I tried to make this, I tried to go as tough as I could. Joey did answer on mine. I had Joey on there. It's like the number. I want to like to hang on. Let me double check. I don't know why I had mine. Scroll up. Tyler, Mina, Andrew, Jagger. Yeah, Joey. Joey's right there. All right, you had me freaked out for a second. All right, and then there. All right, and ready. Let me get ready and click. Chat challenge is in. By the way, that first reference is to Black Cat, the Black Cat, where the speaker's wife is killed with an axe. Randy's friend is Bob, and Bob is killed by a switchblade. So your correct answer should have been switchblade, what was used to kill him. And let's see, scrolling. I don't know. Solid answer. And you did not put a question mark. And Tyler takes that one. Tyler is now at the 5-win mark. Tyler has made it again. And Evan with the official win. Nicely done, Evan in second. Jay is third at 3 wins. And who was fourth and fifth? After Jay. Fourth was Andrew. And then fifth was Chandler.
Jay went so early.
Well, yeah, he might have. I didn't. That's wrong. Then eventually, he went early and came back in and did it again, which makes it even more embarrassing because I did not count his early one. I counted the one that came back in and went for it. So nicely done. And so as of now, looks like Andrew, you are officially at 6 wins, which puts you on the board. And Tyler, you're at 5 wins. And Joey is at 4 wins. Mina and Jagger at 3. And then Evan and Eli at 2. I will do my best to add in a few more chat challenges as we move forward. That's all I have as far as analogies. If you can figure those out, I'm going to have like 4 of those on the quiz tomorrow to see if you can figure out and make those connections and stuff like that. All right. And again, to remind you, here are your checkpoints. There. Chapter 8 for you guys is going to be the end of chapter 8, which is page 130, is due for you guys Friday and for 4th period tomorrow. And then chapter 12 is due next week. Here's our abandoned church. Let's see, we got to Gone with the Wind. We talked about that. Hydrogen peroxide and the coloring of the hair. Then we did the coloring of the hair there. And then I need to talk about this real quick before we get to chapter 6 together. Because in theory, and hopefully you finished all of chapter 5, because we're going to talk about chapter 6 and jump to it from there. In chapter 5, this poem was this random confusing moment where all of a sudden he just like starts waking up and quoting a poem, and Johnny's like, that's a beautiful poem, and they have a Bondi thing going on from there. This poem, as strange as it may sound, plays a big role in the poem and what it means. All right, let me read the section to you. So if you jump to page 77, I want to read that page to you so we get the poem in context so it makes a bit more sense to you. It actually starts at the bottom of page 76 when he first wakes up. It says, one morning, I woke up earlier than usual. Again, sorry, bottom of page 76, bottom 76. Johnny and I had slept huddled together for warmth. Dally had been right when he said it would get cold where we were going. Being careful not to wake Johnny up, I went to sit on the steps and smoke a cigarette. The dawn was coming then. All the lower valley was covered with mist, and sometimes little pieces of it broke off and floated away in small clouds. The sky was lighter in the east. The horizon was a thin golden line. The clouds changed from gray to pink, and the mist was touched with gold. There was a silent moment when everything held its breath, and then the sun rose. It was beautiful. Golly, Jolly's voice beside me made me jump. That sure was pretty. Yeah, I sighed, wishing I had some paint to do a picture with while the sight was still fresh in my mind. The mist was what was pretty, all gold and silver. I said, trying to blow a smoke ring. It's too bad it can't stay like that all the time. Nothing gold can stay. I was remembering a poem I'd read once. What? Nature's first green is gold. Her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down today. Nothing gold can stay. Johnny was staring at me. But where'd you learn that? That's what I meant. Robert Frost wrote it. He meant more to it than I'm getting, though. I was trying to find the meaning the poet had in mind, but it eluded me. I always remembered it because I never quite got what he meant by it. You know, Johnny said slowly, I never noticed colors and clouds and stuff until you kept reminding me about them. And it seems like they were never there before. All right. So that's the part I wanted to cover as we get into the poem. The idea of this poem is going to play a big role, but to understand it, let me help you real quick. So when you get into it, hang on, I can throw a chat challenge or two in here. Never mind, we'll throw one in here. I have a couple ideas. So let's see, nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold, and her early leaves of flower, but only so an hour. So the idea being is that when things first start off at the beginning, they're wonderful and beautiful. The beginning of all this life is great. When you have nature starts off in spring, it's beautiful, but it doesn't stay that way. You get wintertime and things die. Her early leaf is a flower, and then flowers grow old and die. And then you have then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. Here's my question for you. On that line where it says, so Eden sank to grief, that is going to be an allusion, meaning a reference to something. My question is, what is that line an allusion to? The line that says, so Eden sank to grief, what is that trying to reference? What is that a reference to? So that is your chat challenge. On that line about Eden, what is it connecting to? And then we'll get down to that bottom part on there. All right, ready? Let's see for our chat challenge for those of you who know it, and boom! And the correct answer should be the Garden of Eden from Bible with Adam and Eve. That's what it's supposed to be referring to. The idea that it starts off beautiful, you have Adam and Eve. For those of you who do your Christian mythology, that's what it was connected to. Those of you who don't do your Christian mythology, that's fine. It should hopefully be a story you're still somewhat familiar with. It's been around for like 3 or 4 years now. Andrew, you make me sad. I meant congratulations, you won again. And then let's see who's my second person. Evan, nicely done. You also placed top 3. And Flippo stepping in with her win. Nicely done, Flippo, filling out the top 3. And who was my 4? Not the leaves, but that made me smile. Garden of Eden was, and Chandler, you got 4th, and Donnelly, you were 5th. Nicely done. I did say mythology because if you are Muslim or Buddhist, then you don't believe in it, so it becomes a mythology. It is only fact if you are Christian. Just like if you are Christian, there is Muslim mythology. Mythology means stories connected to a religion. So all of the Bible is mythology. By definition, those are stories connected to a religion. I'm not trying to throw down and pick a fight with you. It's just realize that, there's a whole lot of other religions out there in the world. I could have, but realize it's okay. There's other things out there. Like Eli is a highlighterist. So who knows what kind of mythology connects to that child. He's all kinds of special. That last part says, so dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay. The whole point of the poem is that everything starts off beautiful. When you guys are children, life is good. You get to have all these great things going on and you're happy and stuff like that. And then you get to become teenagers and life is full of drama and issues and stuff like that. And then you become an old person who hates small children and you run around yelling, get off my lawn, and then you die. The idea is eventually everything dies is the whole point of the poem. Nothing stays beautiful. Everything you love is going to eventually disappear. Like, as an example right now, you guys love Chat, and now Chat has disappeared and is now gone because when you abuse Chat, when teacher is trying to do teaching thing, see, for you guys, Chat is your gold. That last line, nothing gold can stay. It was a happy thing, and your happy thing is now gone. The whole point of the poem is basically love the things that make you happy because someday they will disappear. Whether it's Chat, whether it's a friend, whether it's something way out there, is eventually those good things in life will die and disappear for you. Mr. Broviak, that's really depressing. Yes, you are correct. It's a really depressing poem. It's also supposed to be very uplifting. The idea being cherish those things while you have them. While you have Chat, enjoy it. And then when it disappears, you don't have to worry about it. Yes, I am still here, but next year I won't be. And you have to deal with 8th grade teachers. I mean, I'll still be here, but you won't get to have my entertainment next year. You're going to have 8th grade teachers who are like, learning is important. We must yell at children, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no, I miss that Mr. Broviak man making fun of me every day. And you're going to ask your 8th grade teachers, will you make fun of me? They're like, I don't even care about you. And you're like, no. And you'll start crying again. All right. Not a problem, Joey. Thanks for letting me know. All right. So that's our poem, which is going to come back and play a big role in the story. When they say stay gold, they mean hold on to your happy things. Like, ooh, so from now on, when I say, hey, keep Chat golden, that means keep Chat happy and on target so it doesn't disappear. See, nicely done. No, don't move to Ohio. That's sadness. I want to make fun of you next year. All right. Then we got to the end of chapter 5. Ooh, hang on. Never mind. I have another chat challenge. I will reactivate chat for a second because I forgot I have another chat challenge. Solid question. To there and to there and all right, ready? For those of you who finished chapter 5, here's another chat challenge question for you. Your chat challenge question is, while Johnny and Ponyboy are hiding at the church, somebody shows up to surprise them. Who shows up to surprise them while they're at the church? So again, while Johnny and Ponyboy are at the church, somebody shows up to surprise them. Who is it that shows up to surprise them? All right, your chat challenge is in. Let's see, the correct answer should be, by the way, it should be Dally shows up and surprises them. They're like, what, Dally? We had no, because Dally is the only one who knows where they are. Oh my goodness. Never mind. Andrew took that one again, flexing on fools. And then Amanda with the second. Wow, Amanda's all of a sudden stepping in as a competitor. And then Jay comes in also. Nicely done, Jay, with 4 wins. Then Eli, no. And Flippo was just outside. And then Harvey. Uh-oh, Harvey. Do I have anyone who has not scored a point yet who actually gets to get in there and score a point? Hang on. And to there. Harvey scored a point already. Evan has scored a point. Chandler, no, wrong answer. And Shaver, nicely done. You officially score a point, Shaver. You're my point winner on that one. And ooh, hang on. Let's do another chat challenge. I just had an idea. Ready? Here's your next chat challenge I just thought of. So Johnny and Ponyboy, while they're at the church, Johnny buys a whole bunch of stuff from the store. One of the things he buys makes Ponyboy sick to the point where he lays there not feeling very well. And he talks about the fact that he had too much of this item. My question is, what item did Johnny buy that Ponyboy had too much of that made him feel sick and nauseous? Ooh, by the way, I'll even give you a hint. For most of you, just having one of this item would make you sick and nauseous, but he had to have a lot of it to make him sick and nauseous. That was my hint to you. Let's see how well it works out. Maybe this will be my first chat challenge where nobody answers it. All right, ready? We are chat challenge is in, and the correct answer should be, wow, you guys did know it. All right, go you guys. Correct answer is cigarettes. He bought a bunch of cigarettes, and that was what Ponyboy smoked a whole bunch of, which hopefully for you guys, you would not do well with cigarettes. It's like, Mr. Brovi, cigarettes are easy. Wow, Tyler, you're close. I think they were cool cigarettes, but you still get the, Tyler is at 6 wins, Tyler. It's a competition. And then Jay also gets a top win. Jay, you made the top 5, Jay. Nicely done. And Eli is at 3 wins. So now I get to see, do I have anyone who has not scored yet? Harvey has, and Evan has, Jagger has, and Sophia has. Nope, wrong answer. And Zimmy has, and Ingalls, you officially score a point. You are my next person on there. Go you. All right, and then to there, I think that's all I had. So then, let's see, that, oh my goodness gracious. Let's go with, so now they're there. Dally shows up, and then they take off. I think we have, there, I don't want to lie to you guys. Chap? All right. Because we're getting ready to get to Dally's T-Bird. That is true. What? No, bad Eli. It's just the opposite. Eli now again. So they're going to talk about Dally's T-Bird here in just a moment. This would be what a Thunderbird is. This is the car that Dally showed up in to take them out. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a chance to go through and read my favorite part. I will get to my favorite part with you guys tomorrow, which is in chapter 6. So your checkpoint is going to be, you're going to need to do 6, 7, and 8 on your own. So 6, 7, 8 on your own. I will spend time talking. I'll do a review because I got to talk about chapter 6. That is part of my favorite part. It is not that part happening, but that is the scene. But there is don't you get mad at me. You'll find, so I'll talk about my favorite scene tomorrow, which is in chapter 6. And then I'll also talk about chapter 7 and 8 because there are big things in. Yes, Jay, you are correct. Jay, you know me well. Kind of scares me. I don't know how to answer that, Andrew. Andrew, if you win, you can make that the thing you send out to everybody, and we can make that be your quote. And that's going to disturb me, but I will let it happen. All right, I'm going to stop here because we only have like 2 minutes left until the bell rings. I'm not going to bother start reading. So tomorrow, I'll see you guys on Friday. Finish chapters 6, 7, and 8, and we'll talk about my favorite part coming up. All right, see you guys later. Boots.
Stay drunk.
Bye.
My boots. Booty, my booty.
Do you want to see what I have so far for my?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Let's see.
I'm actually designing it, so I just put up a format of one of my favorite race car drivers. He got a template of what his helmet will be like without anything added onto it. Because he did a challenge of making his own helmet for this past weekend, and I just took that template and now I'm kind of designing it. So I have my initials MO, and then I put a couple of race cars.
Is that what those are? Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Good. I dig. All right. All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.